Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's Jennifer Mastery here. I just want to start by saying happy Sunday. Okay, happy Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. We're back to work, but that's okay because we're still enjoying Sunday. So anyway, I want to tell everybody that the energies, I'm sure you've already heard, are getting super, super fast. They are not slowing down. They are so fast. So we really have to be um, thinking about our thoughts and thinking about what we're putting out there and be super, super conscious. That's number one. Okay. So super, super conscious. So I just want to share with you something that I discovered today. And it's about shifting. Okay. And this is about shifting our awareness, shifting how we think, shifting in general. So let's start this conversation by explaining to you that every person, every soul that is coming into your reality is coming into your reality to teach you something. Okay. And sometimes it could be in different ways, like the same person coming at you or with the same kind of meaning. And everybody's coming in to help you shift. Everybody's coming in to help you learn that lesson. Everybody's coming in to let you just release whatever has to be released and helping you to just move forward, to just let it go. Okay. So I want to give you an example of what has occurred with me. So many times I have this friend, which, I love dearly. And sometimes she'll come to me and just ask me questions regarding, like, I guess, my daughter or her daughter regarding a subject. And sometimes I'm like, oh, okay. I'm thrown off by the question because it's very simple questions that maybe I shouldn't be asked, or maybe you should be asking the person, or whoever is in charge of this. I'm not the person in charge. So at times she'll come to me and ask me these questions, and it irritates me. Now, it's not been the first time I've had these different questions asked to me. It can be many times within our relationship that she's just called to just ask a question. And it occurred to me just today. It's so funny. I was thinking about it. I'm like, let me get into my heart center. Let me close my eyes and let me find out if this is something that I have to move past or what. So right away, I closed my eyes, which I suggest you should do the same. And I got into my heart center and I asked my higher self, I'm like, listen, is this something that, like, I have to move forward from? Is this something I have to think about? Is this something I have to switch or change? It's like, no, no, you don't. I said, okay. If it's not, then what is the whole point of this happening? Because this has happened to me so many times. This person will come and ask me something that's the silliest thing that they could find out through somebody else. But for some reason, they come to me, which is like coming to the back door. You understand? When they can go to the person directly. And this doesn't even have to do with another friend or anything like that. It could be work related, it could be anything. And my higher self is like, oh no, you have to shift this because you keep on getting mad. That's why it keeps on happening to you. You keep on getting aggravated at what's happening and you need to shift this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm just sitting there. I just sit down and think, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I say to myself, thank you, beautiful soul. And I think of this person. I'm like, thank you, my friend, my beautiful soul, for coming to me and to actually, like, showing up for me, because I need to shift this. I've been holding, like, on to this grudge of every time she asked me a question. Well, it could be related to anything that's so silly that I don't need to answer. And out of the blue, she'll just make that phone call. And that's what the phone call is all about. Okay. And I'm like, wow, thank you for doing this for me, because now you're making me a better soul. I just shifted into the point where I'm like, I don't even care what you have to say anymore. I don't even care about the questions. And guess what? The questions are no longer going to come anymore. Okay. The questions are not going to come anymore. And I'll tell you why, because I have shifted this. They cannot no longer come. And that's the key thing. So if you want to shift anything in your life, okay, you have to just go into your heart center, anything that's triggering you. I don't care what it is. Okay, whether it's your mother coming at you, whether it's your husband coming at you, is something that really bothers you and you get mad. And I want you to go in your heart center and I want you to ask your higher self, Is this something that needs to be shifted? Is this something from the collective consciousness? Is this something that maybe you have to work through? It will let you know. And at that point in time, let's say it is, something you have to work through. Okay, my higher self just says something I have to work through. Next question is, higher self, how do I work through it? It will tell you. Your soul will tell you how to work through it. Your higher self is going to answer you. All you have to do is to listen. Now, when it comes to getting in your heart center, okay, I want everybody to just close their eyes, drop themselves down to the heart center. You will feel the change in your body. For me, I feel like it feels like little flurries all over. Like it feels like my bottom half gets a little tingly, but that's what happens to me. I'm sure everybody's different, but that's how it works. And at that point in time, I'm able to connect in, I'm able to really just pull out what is happening. And the next thing I want to tell you is if you're getting like a mixed signal, maybe yes or no, or this or that, you're not in your heart center. So just keep that in mind. So if you're in your heart center, you're going to feel like overwhelming, like taking over, and you're going to get a clear answer. For me, I can actually tell when it's a yes or a no. I feel like the yes pulls towards me and then the no like pulls away from me. So that's what I get. It's like yes, no, but it is so important to just like connect. It's funny because I'm getting a download now. My higher self is showing me that there's so many things, so many people coming in, and the reason why they're coming in is to just help us move forward. And we need to just accept that. We need to stop looking at, so my higher self is telling me, stop looking at it as the human that's coming through and start looking at it as the soul that's coming through. Isn't that so interesting? It's so funny. So it's saying, even though they have the mask on, okay, which is the human, we need to stop looking at that. We need to look at the soul, because it's the soul that's coming in. Maybe the soul is contracted at that moment to come in and do something, or like, give you a certain experience. But at the same time, we can't be upset about what's coming through, because it's only there to help us shift and to bring us to a higher experience. We need to learn and love what's happening and let go. We need to just be ourselves. We need to just let go. We need to just, I'm sorry, this is just what's coming through. We just need to have fun with it and be at ease and just be okay with what's coming through. And we need to stop questioning everything, okay? We need to stop questioning why is this all happening to us? And we need to stay on our path. That's the most important part. We need to stay on our path. And we need to be in the higher realms. We need to be in a positive light, and we need to be super, super conscious, because the energies, we need to be aware of the photonic light coming through, and we need to be aware of the gamma, which the gamma is going to make us very, very, like we had lots of coffee stimulating. And then I don't know about you, but I've been having a lot of photonic light. I've been very sleepy, very tired. And at that point in time, we have to rest. It's just important to rest, because they're telling me when we're resting, like we're getting huge, huge downloads coming through. And sometimes our bodies just need to take it in. And then the rest helps us to just slow everything down, so the body can actually take in what's being given to us at that point in time. Because they're showing me if we're not resting, sometimes we're in resistance because we're too, like, our bodies are too tense, and we're too, our mind is going, so the download can't come in. So this is where we need to just settle down and relax so we can just be. So getting back to the shifts, it's important to look at the person who's coming at you as a soul instead of the costume that somebody's wearing. Sometimes you just need to step back and stop being angry and stop getting mad and just let it flow. Sometimes we just need to be and just allow ourselves to have that shift. That's all a soul really wants to do, is have that shift. We want to just experience life And it's so funny because now I'm having to download and they're telling me that things are so different now. We need to forget the way things were before because life is no longer like that. The energies are so high, moving so fast that whatever we want that's in our quantum field, it's there and it's ready to come in. But as quick as it came in, it can go out like this. So it's important to be present. It's important to be open to what is there. It's important to not have to drive the bus. It's important to just be happy and just let all the joy come in because there's so many good things that want to come in from your quantum field. Your quantum field, like they're telling me, like if you can imagine this, like us being this big cupcake, okay? And then we have a cherry on top, and then we're like we have the whipped cream, that's us, okay, the body, okay? This is how they're presenting this to me, as funny as it is. And the quantum field is like, you know, when you have your whipped cream topped with sprinkles, this is what they're showing me. This is the quantum field. It's like, hey, here's a car. Hey, here's a horse. Hey, here's a house. Hey, here's some kids. That's the sprinkles, okay? So the quantum field is giving you the sprinkles and going sprinkle, 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 but it's not going to come out of the shaker until we're ready, okay? It's not going to come out of the shaker until we're ready. So it's important to just be there, be present, stop driving the bus, let the soul have the experiences that the soul wants to have, and just be there, okay? We don't need to sit here and question everything. Why? Why are we questioning everything? So the next time a soul comes up to you or a person comes up to you and has something that just gets you so rattled and agitated, step back, calm down. I want you to get into your higher self, and I want you to take a minute and say, hey, what's going on? Drop into that heart center, okay? Say to yourself, is this something that I have to move past or not? All right, well, thank you. Take care, everybody.